It's 2014. The internet is struck by horrific videos of masked men carrying out gruesome executions. American journalists James Foley and Stephen Sotloff, British aid workers Davis Haynes and Alan Henning, French tourist Hervé Goudre, all beheaded and executed. The chaos spilled into 2015. Executions and beheadings ramp up. Jordanian military pilot Moaz al-Qassasbeh is burnt alive. 21 Egyptian Coptic Christians are beheaded on the beach. Then, captured Ethiopian Christians face the same fate. At the center of it all, a most senior militant affiliated with a couple of extremist groups. The leader of Islamic State,
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
Foot soldiers were acting on his command of a higher authority, a self-proclaimed caliph.
وأطيعوني ما أطعت الله فيكم.
And the orders were very clear.
إن أردتم موعود الله فجاهدوا في سبيل الله. لو علمتم ما في الجهاد من الأجر والكرامة والرفعة والعزة في الدنيا والآخرة لما قعد أو تخلف منكم أحد عن الجهاد.
Extremist fighters across the world flocked to the newly established caliphate and pledged their allegiance.
جئناكم بالعبوات والمفخخات والدقمات والأحزمة وكل ما شابه ذلك. الخلافة باقية إلى قيام الساعة، وإن شاء الله سننصر أميرنا الحسينية القريشية أبو بكر البغدادي.
This is the story of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, a man who drove ISIS to its height of regional power whilst plunging the world into grave chaos. Ibrahim Ibrahim Ali al-Badri, his notable alias Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, was born on the 28th of July 1971 in Samarra, Iraq. As years passed by, Baghdadi studied Islamic theology in the Islamic University of Baghdad. Following the U.S. invasion of Iraq in 2003, Baghdadi became involved with extremist groups and led the Jamaat Jaish al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah insurgent group in Iraq. In 2004, he was captured by U.S. forces and held at Camp Bucca, a military detention center in southern Iraq. Camp Bucca would later become known as a place where future extremist leaders met, organized, and built networks and alliances that would later shape insurgent leadership. Baghdadi was detained there for several months before being released. Right after his release, Baghdadi joined what would become Islamic State's predecessor, Mujahideen Shura Council, an affiliate of al-Qaeda in Iraq. Fighting continued. However, on October 2006, MSC dissolved. Leadership changes and internal conflicts created an opening. Unlike formal governments, Islamic State of Iraq did not reveal its leadership through structured political events. Its hierarchy was secretive, fluid, and shaped by conflict. Baghdadi emerged as the group's top figure during a period of instability in the Middle East, particularly following the aftermath of the Iraq War. His rise was not sudden. It was built over years inside insurgent networks, prisons, and underground militant circles. By 2010, Baghdadi had taken control of the group. The Syrian civil war created a power vacuum, and Baghdadi expanded operations across borders, renaming the group the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. In 2014, Baghdadi made a move that shocked the world. From the pulpit of a mosque in Mosul, he declared the establishment of a caliphate, a self-proclaimed Islamic state. He named himself caliph, claiming authority over Muslims worldwide. This declaration marked the peak of ISIS's power. ISIS controlled large territories in both Iraq and Syria, including Mosul and Raqqa. With time, the territory expanded to Libya after capturing Muammar Gaddafi's hometown, Sirte. The group became infamous for its brutality, including mass executions, attacks on civilians, and the destruction of cultural heritage. It established administrative systems, collected taxes, and enforced strict and often brutal interpretations of Islamic law. Violence, propaganda, and fear were central tools used to maintain control. In a bold initiative, ISIS exports chaos to the world. This would mark the urgent need of their dismantle. Deadly subsequent attacks ensue across the globe. 2 gunmen attacked the offices of French satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo in Paris, killing 11 people. A third assailant carries out a synchronized attack on a kosher supermarket, taking hostages and killing 4 people. An armed assault on a luxury hotel in the Tripoli kills at least 8 people. A video is released by Libyan militants showing the beheading of 21 kidnapped Ethiopian and Egyptian Christians. An attack on the Bardo Museum in Tunis, which kills 22 people. A suicide bomber strikes a cultural center in a Turkish border town near Kobani, killing at least 30 people. A suicide bombing occurs in a Saudi Arabian mosque that kills at least 15 people, including 12 members of Saudi police force in Asir province near the southwestern border with Yemen. A series of attacks, all of which ISIS claims responsibility. The violent rise of ISIS triggered a global response. A coalition of countries led by the United States launched military operations to dismantle the group. Over the next several years, ISIS steadily lost territory. Cities were retaken. Leadership structures were weakened. As the territory shrank, so did Baghdadi's visibility. He became increasingly elusive, releasing only occasional audio or video messages. Baghdadi had gone into hiding. For years, his whereabouts were unknown. Despite the collapse of ISIS's territorial control by 2019, Baghdadi remained a symbolic figurehead for the fragmented group. On the 27th of October 2019, U.S. Delta Force conducted a raid through airspace controlled by Russia and Turkey into the rebel-held Idlib province of Syria on the border with Turkey to capture al-Baghdadi. As U.S. forces closed in on his compound, Baghdadi fled into a tunnel. According to U.S. officials, he detonated an explosive vest, killing himself and several of his children.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
We are learning more information about the raid that took down ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
This time on point, it was the Army's highly secretive Delta Force.
His death resonating around the world.
It's great that we've gotten al-Baghdadi and killed him.
His death marked the symbolic end of ISIS as a territorial power. After days of silence, ISIS finally officially confirmed Baghdadi's death and named his successor, Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Quraishi. A dead Baghdadi, a weakened, fragmented Islamic State with no territory, but an alive era of terror under a new hardliner leader with the same Baghdadi ideology had just began.